Good afternoon, everyone. I have not in a while posted a video, but I think as much as I want to post one every day, I think that I'm just going to do one every time there's something that I feel I need to remember because these videos are for me so that I can just remember where I come from, remember the steps that I took in order to get to this point in my life where I feel like I'm progressing pretty consistently now. I just got a job at the Cosmopolitan in Old Town as a food runner first, and then I'll become a server. I am also applying for this music school, which they need a receptionist. I want to surround myself with music because I feel like that is one of my biggest gifts and one of the things that I have worked the hardest for. I love music and I have trained myself to sing, and my dad helped train me, and along with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, of course. The concept I want to talk to me and to you about today is listening. And although the validity is there, I think that I could progress and learn so much more if I were to just listen a lot more. Today I learned a lot about listening. I got the opportunity to sit in my brother's Sunday school class today at church, and those kids, I mean, they're 11, 12, and 13, so they are extremely loud. Their attention span is like whoa, 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 all these places. I was not surprised. I knew that it was going to be a little bit difficult to manage. I went with my seminary teacher, actually. When I was going to that ward, it was my bishop that was teaching that class. He's amazing. He's a spiritual giant, and he still has the best teaching methods. Like, he just kind of lets things go, and wherever he can fit a word in, he just kind of throws little seeds in. Amazing things that will grow if I allow them to. When I sat in that class, everything he was saying, I was like, oh my gosh, I could totally use this. I could totally use this. And I'm like taking all of these things, but all of these kids are just wah, 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 talking. Because they were talking, I would kind of miss some points. So I got like frustrated, and I'm like, be quiet, like to these kids. But they're kids. So I had to, I just kept my mouth shut and just let him teach the class the way that he teaches. And watching him was so amazing to watch him teach this class, and a class that I have definitely sat through. Sitting in his class, actually, and learning things. Maybe I was around 15 or 16, but still, that same like temperament I've had throughout my younger years, like, I'm not listening. I just don't care, because when I go home, my parents are going to take care of me. They're going to make sure that I'm fed, I'm clothed, that, I have the necessities. I'm not grateful for things because they're just given to me. Only now have I realized that once I've earned those things, I pay attention a lot more to what happens to them. Losing my phone before and having to have this Obama phone, trust me, it's humbling. This phone shuts off. Okay, it drops calls. It's not quick. It's not a fast phone. Like, I have to wait a good 5 to 10 seconds, 20 seconds, which is a long time to wait for your internet to pull up a page or something. But I am grateful. I'm grateful for this phone because this phone keeps me connected. It helps me to call people that I need to call that are way across the United States, or maybe even just right up at the top of the state. It also helps me to find a place that I need to find. Not as quickly, like sometimes there's a little bit of lag, so I have to kind of guess, like, okay, I'm pretty much over here, so I can turn left on this street. But I'm grateful that it helps me get there. It gives me the information that I need. Sometimes I catch myself being ungrateful. Oh, this phone, I can't stand it. But it's a phone. It's not my life. For me, especially, at some point, this phone was my life. This was everything that I needed. If I lost my phone, I would be so upset. But I kind of want to circle back to the concept of listening. In that class, I was listening, actively listening, like not just hearing the words, but I was taking the words in and comprehending them and applying them kind of conceptually to my life. And it was so helpful. But when I was looking at those kids, they're all looking like, I don't care. I don't care what you guys are saying. I don't care what any of this is about. I just want to get through this so that my parents won't bug me about not going to church and I can go home. And I have been there. Sitting in that class, seeing that same exact class through a different pair of eyes is mind-boggling. I could not believe how much I got out of that class. I could not believe how much I got out of sacrament meeting. Like, I've never ever gotten those things. And he's speaking out of love, like he's trying to help these kids, and they're all just like making jokes and who can make up the coolest quip. So, me being me, I called them on it. I was like, yeah, you know, I was sitting where you guys were, and it's cool, I get it, trying to be the coolest guy in class. And someone was like, no, that's not me. I was like, brother, I see you. I know who you are. Because that was me, 15 years ago? All of them got quiet. But it's true. I'm not trying to hurt their feelings. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to look good in front of everybody. I lost my shame a long time ago. I could care less what anyone thinks about me, really. The only people my spirit resonates that I care about what they think about me are my family. And now, God. The more I show him that I'm listening to him, he's more willing to listen to me. And he's more willing to give me the things that I desire. Someone told me this. I think it was my brother. He told me the things that I desire are the things that he desires too. Those things are just come naturally to me that my spirit wants to do. I think it's amazing how powerful we are as people. If someone is telling me something and it hurts, it's probably because there's some truth to it that I don't like, that I'm not fulfilling in my life. And so I have taken to, if it hurts, I take a look at it. I look at things that hurt me, because if they're hurting me, there's probably something that I need to not be doing, first of all. Or there's also something that I need to be, that hurts me from before, that I need to kind of work out and like get that out of my head. Like, it's not truth. The truth is, I am worthy. If I think, I just can't, it's a lie. It may be very difficult, because trust me, there's things that are in this world that are extremely difficult to undergo, like trials. I have trials that are difficult as well, that I am pushing every single day, and it does not get easier. It gets harder, but I get stronger. I get smarter. I want to do something that's going to create a better life for me, a life that is more worthy of me. My quality of life changes depending on my choices. So I can create a life better fitting for me, rather than trying to change myself to be worthy for my life, if that makes sense. And I feel unworthy for that life. No. That's not true. I'm worthy of that life. I'm not making the choices to create a life that's worthy of me. I want to live this way, or I don't think I can handle this. I don't think I'm good enough. No. It's backwards. That's backwards. I am already worthy. My worth is here. The problem is that I make choices in my life that make my life down here. Because I'm making my life down here, my worth doesn't match. And so I become depressed. Or I become upset over things that are so trivial. I get really mad over things that are really, I'm the number one. Like, I snip and I get really pissed off really, really fast. Well, I mean, like I used to, and I'm actively working on that, and I feel like it's getting better. Like, I'm not as snappy, and I don't get offended as easily. I feel like I choose to be happier. And it is a hard choice sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to choose to be happy, because I want to feel loved and I want attention. I feel I want from my peers. But when I can just accept the love and attention from God, then I don't need to look good in front of anyone, because he's already giving me that attention, because I'm giving it to him. When you give something to God, he gives it back to you tenfold. I give him a little piece of my day, he gives me the rest of my day. He allows me to choose happiness throughout my day. Oh, I need somebody to feel my pain. I need somebody to understand me. Well, who understands me better than God? And obviously, not everyone believes in God. So let me put it this way. When I'm able to allow something in my life to help me, nothing in this life is too hard for me to overcome, because I am worth this. I need to accept things in my life that are worth this, not worth this, not worth this, because all of these things, they strengthen me. But this stuff is the only stuff that I should be accepting into my life, to bring into my life. And when I accept those things, my worth doesn't change, but my happiness does. My love for myself, feeling myself worth, feeling like I'm this worthy, not dumb myself down. And I've done that for a long time. I'm like, feel bad for me, feel bad for me. Why? Level up, Zach. Level up, Zach. Love yourself more. Be conscious of the decisions that you're making. Be conscious of those choices. Once you create something, it'll eventually go, obviously. But when it comes and stays for a little bit, that's how I know that I'm doing something that's worthwhile. If I create something and it comes right away, then it's going to go right away too. If I create something that's going to come and kind of linger a little bit, then I took the time and I put in the effort to create that to stay for a little bit. And when it stays for a long time, like friends and connections, that is the beauty of life. That is when I know I'm creating something worthwhile, like a connection to someone or a love for someone. I took the time to nourish it and help it grow. And when I do that, it stays around. And when it stays around, it gets greater and it gets bigger and it gets more powerful. Those things are priceless in this life. So listening is part of helping. And if I cannot listen, I'm not going to do well. If I know me, how I know me, I'm not good at making good decisions for my life based on the things that I've learned so far. I need to continue to learn, to continue to level up. If I'm not leveling up, then I'm stagnant. And if I'm stagnant, those fiery mosquitoes that, sit in stagnant water and breathe and then they come out and bite other people, I'm going to create those mosquitoes and they're going to bring other people down. Why? Why would I want to do that? I don't. I want to help people. I want to help people do amazing things and not ugly things. Well, a great, great man once told me, when you're not in your right mind, I turn things that are beautiful ugly. Look at all these pimples all on my face. This one, this one, this one, this one. Because of the things that I put in my body, and now I'm living in a better way and I'm trying to feed myself good things and I'm trying to put good things in my body. Now my body's like, okay, now you have all these good things. Let me push out all the bad stuff. And I'm happy. Even though it looks ugly, the imperfection makes me beautiful. It helps me to become something that's better. Let me just turn myself into something perfect. But I don't want to be perfect. I don't think that right now it's that time. Right now it's time for learning imperfection. Make the mistakes now, so that later I know better. Later, when I see that same thing happening again in my life, I can be like, oh, okay, I know what's going to happen if I do that. I'm going to try this way. And maybe sometimes this way might be wrong too. Okay, so I'm going to try this way. But right now, it's time to make the best decision that I can make, that I'm capable of making. And I know when I keep my head clear, I'm here. I know better now. And I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to do the things that I need to do to get myself where I want to be, where I need to be. Everyone on this earth has that same worth. We're all the same. I'm just trying to be the best person that I can be. Just me. And sometimes the best person that I can be is not perfect. Whoa, weird. Sometimes the best person that I can be falls short. Oh my gosh. Weird. No, it's not weird. It's perfect the way that it is. So if I have to tell my future self something, Zachary, stay humble. Love yourself. Do not think for 1 second that you are less or more than anyone else on this earth. Do not think that you cannot do what you need to do. You are strong. You are powerful in your own right. Use your music. Use your voice. Use your head. Use the spirit. And be loving. Care about yourself. I love you.